Good morning, Gogglefrogs, and how are you today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. I know it's a little bit cold outside, but wherever there's wool and a nice cup of tea, we can be cozying up by the fire or in front of the TV or with a podcast on, and or even here for the next hour on Gogglefrogs. I'm Angela, if you haven't seen me today, and I am going solo today. So Robert's at work, yay, making sure that everybody in the Milton Keynes area has beautiful food and refreshments, etc. when they're shopping and if they go into a place to eat. So good luck, Robert. And Marion has been doing so much reading and crafting, not knitting, of course. She's had to go out and get some food. So she's out shopping and having a lovely morning. So hello, Robert and Marion, and you have me for the next hour. So good morning, everybody. You know the rules. Hopefully you do. I hope that you've got your knitting. Here's my little knitting bag. And so I'll be doing a little bit of a row. I've got that. I've got my book that I'm working from. This is what the pattern's in the pattern book. And then I've got other things. I was interested to see what we're going to do is have a look at what's in the knitting bag. So when you have a project bag that goes with you from place to place, what's actually in the bag? And I'll share with you what's in mine. So yeah, hopefully you've got your knitting, your crochet, your sewing, and then hopefully you've got a drink. I've actually got two. I've got a hot cup of tea and I've got a cordial as well. So I'll be, cheers, good morning. We've got a chat box on the right-hand side, and whatever goes in the chat box, I will read out, because after the show, about an hour after the show, everybody gets registered, gets a replay, and we don't record what's written in the chat box. But we do read it out so you know what people are saying. So a huge, huge, huge good morning. We've also got a Facebook group called Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter. If you're not already a member, just answer the questions, pop on there to join, and we'll let you in. You can have a look at some lovely creations. I just remembered to put on a couple of posts before we've gone live. So hopefully you're having a lovely weekend. And today we've got no music. Robert didn't upload the music, and I said, oh, don't worry about it, but don't worry, I'm not going to sing. So there's no way I'm going to start singing. I did think of looking at some music, but then I thought, Ciao Baby, if I put that on, that's really quite dark. But then I thought, you know what about a little bit of Joan Armatrading? I've actually been listening to Joan Armatrading a little bit on the I don't know what channels they are that I listen to, but it's been coming on. I do think she's got really soothing music, so maybe I'm going to say, can we play some Joan Armatrading at some point? So we'll see. It's probably more palatable to you than things like Ciao Baby. So anyway, good morning, and can you believe this is show 308, and we've had extra ones. We have had extra ones, but that's 308 shows on this system that we use. It automatically sends you a replay afterwards, and also means that you can see us, well, me, and I can't see you. So sit back and relax. So good morning, Brigitte. Thank you very much for letting me know what number show it is. Can you believe it? And when we went into lockdown nearly 2 years ago now, there was a little idea, let's do a little bit of an online knit and natter. And here we are, nearly 2 years later, still doing a knit and natter. So thankfully, I'm not at work today, which is why I can do this, which is lovely. And who knows, you may even get a little bit of an impromptu thing going on in Facebook at some point, if I actually do any different projects. So let's have a look. So let's say some good morning, shall we? And I know lots of other people join us afterwards. So good morning, Louise. How are you? I hope you're well. And hello, Linda E. Lovely to see you here with us. And hello, Laura. How are you, Laura? Lovely to see you again. And this is a show, this is a going show, solo show, when it's just one of us talking with you. And hello, Judy. How are you doing? And hello, Joe. Just let me know, Joe, is this your first show with us or not? Just let me know. I think you've been here before, but you might not have been. So if this is your first time, please let us know in the chat box where you're watching us from. That's lovely. And I'm so sorry because sometimes I don't recognise email addresses. And hello, Janice. How are you doing? And hello, Grace. Lovely to see you again. And hello, Brigitte. How are you? And all the way across that tiny pond in New York State. Hello, Amber. And how are you doing? I want to say a huge welcome. We all know now, don't we? I want to say a huge welcome from the UK and all around the world to Amber and Princess Curtain Crusher. Hopefully she's well and jumping around. Or like mine, Splodge is fast asleep in front of the fire. I served Splodge's breakfast at about 6:15 this morning, and she's only just gone to eat it just before we went live. And I thought you're going to be able to hear, because she's quite loud eating. I thought you're going to be able to hear her eating her food. Anyway, she finished, thankfully, 2 minutes before 10. So that's it. So huge good morning. And let's have a look at chat, shall we? So thank you, Brigitte. It's at show 308. Grace says good morning. Good morning to you, Grace. Jackie says good morning. Joe says good morning, everyone. Hello there. Laura says good morning, all. Judy says morning, everyone. Linda says morning, all. Nice to see you again. But Angela is frozen. Sorry, I promise I'm not frozen. So if you just refresh, I should come back. Amber says, good morning, everyone, from Princess Curtain Crusher. That's fabulous. So we love to hear about Princess Curtain Crusher and any other animal that always sits in the background when we're on this show. Right, okay. So Linda says, that's better. I'm not frozen anymore. And Louise says, good morning, everyone. And Joe, yes, it's my first time, and she's from Leicestershire. Hello, Joe. Do you know what? I didn't think I'd seen that email before. So absolutely huge welcome from me and from every other Gogglefrogger as well. So welcome to the community. You never quite know what you're going to get. We never know what we're going to talk about. We just go live, and a few minutes before, if I'm on my own, you know I'll always have a few things to share. A few little patterns, a few little books of inspiration. But I was quite amused when I actually thought, okay, let me get my little project bag. And I thought, what does follow me around with this little project bag? So I'll share with you in a minute. I'm just going to have a cup of tea. What do you put in your project bag? So we went away. Some of us went away to Sheringham quite recently. And in Sheringham, Brigitte's husband, wonderful Rod, had made us these bags, these little bags. So I have a project bag, but then I have a bag for the little project to go in. Now, I don't know about you. Actually, it's probably just me. But I have a real problem when I am working that the balls of wool get stuck on any bag that I may have. So I have to stick them in a little carrier bag. If not, it all unravels. So that's my little tip. So I put them like that. And that means that I can just keep pulling this and the ball will stay quite intact, because there's nothing worse, is there? But actually, anyone who knows me, for other people, what they do is unpick any knots. What I do is I cut the knots off and throw it on the fire, burn it. That's what I do, because I don't unpick stuff. And then I have to do a rush and join. So that's the way to make sure that if your balls of wool all snarl up and get all shabby, just put a carrier bag around them, or a little food bag, a sandwich bag, anything that's inside a bag, and you'll find that it doesn't get as tatty as normal. So here's my little project. Halfway through a row, you know, when you have to finish halfway through a row, which I don't like because your tension can go a bit weird. But this is the top down cardigan, and it's not going, you know, what have I done there? Oh, sorry, no, that's where it's increasing. I thought I pulled it. No, that's actually a little seam. So anyway, here's the top down cardigan. As you can see, that's the little pattern that's coming out. It's really nice, and I have said I'm going to use this pattern, but on a bed throw to go at the bottom of the bed and use up some chunky wool out of my stash. But then I thought, what else do I put in a stash bag? Because it's then in this bag. And I thought there's loads of other stuff in it. So as well as the book that I'm working from, this is Short Row Knits, 4 different types of short rows. I haven't quite learned them yet because I can see a few little holy bits in the cardigan, but who cares? I've got long hair, so it will cover them up. It's just like, get things done, learn from it. So then I've got this, and this is like a little pencil case, and it's got lots of it's got a little pair of scissors, there. So I've had these for ages. 3-4 yarn shops ago in our local area. So I've got these, quite nice, aren't they? The little Russian doll ones. So I've got those. I've got a needle that I use for me Russian joins, and then these are what I use. These are stitch holders, but I use them as cable needles. And I know that not many people do, but I always find that the cable needles fall out. So I use them as my cable needles. I've got some crochet hooks. Oh, these are really, really old ones. Lisieux, are they? Lisieux? Is that right? Anyway, they're quite old ones, but they're fabulous. So I think I got a whole set for about £5 off eBay. And look, they're just, I know we're all different. We all have different tensions, different ways of working, but these are just some little crochet hooks. I've got a whole set of them, and they're really nice to work with. They're plastic. You know, somebody was getting rid of them, and I'd bought one of them, you know, the obligatory 4 mil. Sorry, that's what's in one. So let's have a look and see what else is in here. So I've got my little book so I can see what row I'm on and write down. We were talking on the last show about 5-bar gate. Then I've got some stitch markers. Got this in a Secret Santa, I believe, from last Christmas before last. And I've got all these beautiful little, you know, when you go around and some people buy you them and sometimes you buy them. I've got a little black cat one, a stitch marker. I've got these lovely ones as well. Looks like bunches of grapes. And then I've got some normals in there. And I just always have them to hand. So I've got those. What else have I got in this bag? There's still stuff. Oh, there's my next skein ready. There's my next skein. Something else has just fallen out. That's something from Christmas. What else have I got in here? Oh, some more stitch markers in the bottom. And also for Japanese short rows, you needed some safety pins. So I've got safety pins in there as well, which is what I did with the Japanese short rows. And then there's a couple of things that I've taken out of the bag. So I think you'll be impressed with this. Always have to have some form of chocolate. So whenever I'm out, if I see these little bars, I'll get a little bar of chocolate and just stick it in there. Because I always think, do you know what? There's a time when you've just done a really complex row and you need a little treat. So I always have that in there. And some hand cream. So this is a Siberian one. Do you know what? This range is really nice. Got it from the health food shops, vegan. Really, really nice. Right, so that's it. That's everything. Let me know what's in yours. I would love to know what's in your knitting bag, but here we are. I will throw everything back in now. Sorry, place. Don't throw, do you? Unless you're in a bit of a mood anyway. But yeah, that's everything that's in here. So do you have anything else that's in your knitting bag, your little project bag? But here we go. Look at this. Love that. So there we go. That's everything that was in the knitting bag. The little project bag that travels around with me. So Joe, great that you're from Leicestershire. Amber says, hello, Joe. Amber is amazing. She's been with us. I don't know where you discovered us from. I really don't, Amber, but we're so glad that you clicked on a link and joined at some point, because you've been with us ever since, and we love getting to know you. And she's also spinning some yarn, and the colour of it was amber. So if you called Amber and there's something out there, Amber, you've got to buy it. So she's hand spinning this beautiful stuff as well. And Linda says, where are you in Leicestershire, Joe? She's in Melton Mowbray and she's in Hinckley. And just in Hinckley, it's on lots of signs around here because we have something called the A5 that goes to Hinckley. So we see the signs for Hinckley an awful lot. And one of my friends did live there for a few years. So I have been to Hinckley a few times. And Linda says, not too far away then. Welcome. And Georgie says, good morning. Hello, Georgie. How are you doing? And Laura says, lovely idea about the chocolate. Yeah. Sometimes it gets to 2 o'clock in the morning and you just think, I'm going to finish this. And you just need a little bit of a pep. So that's that. I will have to start knitting some complex row now. Ha ha. Yes. And Brigitte says, I had a request for some ankle socks yesterday, so went shopping in the cellar for some sock yarn. Oh my word. And what sort of sock yarn have you brought out? Can't wait to see what you're all working on. This is probably going to take me a little while. It's a top-down cardigan, and it is very fine. It's in 4-ply. But I grabbed some patterns. I've got all these bags with different patterns, different books in all over the place. And every so often for the show, I think, do you know what? I'll just grab a handful. And it's amazing what I discover. So this morning, I was looking around and I found a pattern that I didn't know where this had gone. Obviously, it had gone in the Norrow book, hadn't it? And it's this one. And I absolutely love the design on the front of that. I think I bought some of this. It's Gem Zebra. It's done in mega chunky. And I know I've got 12 balls out there. And I bought it for this. So I bought it at the same time. And I just think it's beautiful. But me being me, I then went and saw a different pattern, again, in the same wool, which is a high-low. You know, when it's higher at the front than it is at the back, little jumper. And it had a different neck. And then I thought, oh, why don't you combine the two? Just like, no, Angela, just follow the pattern. Stop trying to recreate every pattern. So that's what we've got. So this is one. I just thought it was really, really lovely on the front. Really simple, because normally cables can be quite complicated, can't they? I just thought this one is beautiful. It's got an extra thick cable here, some different smaller cables here, these up here, and I don't know what these stitches are going to be, but they look like well, they look like little leaves, don't they? So it'd just be lovely. And can you believe it? This is done on 10 and 12 mils. So that should knit up rather quickly, shouldn't it? But I just thought it's really, really quite nice. Lovely little one. Oh, yeah, you need 12 balls. Rustic mega chunky. I've got 12 balls, so that's fine. Nice navy blue-ish. Well, it's a dark Aran-ish. So it'll look lovely. I'm sure it will. And hopefully that will be something that knits up quickly. And then the other one, I've put some pictures in. We'll have a look on Facebook. From this book, this is, when was this done? Let me have a look and see if there's actually a date on it. I don't know if there is. But, 2009. So this is more of a vintage one. And this is how Norrow magazines books used to be. So you had the pattern there, and then you had that with all the nice pictures on. And what I tend to find is it's really easy to lose these. So thankfully now they put them all in one. But I think they had one print that was a glossy print, and this was just the basic normal printing. And in this one, I just love this. I think it's amazing. And every time I've looked at that, I've always been really inspired by it. So I think it's one that I want to do. That means that I need to go and buy lots and lots of Norrow. So I'm sure it'll take quite a lot. Shall we just have a look? Because I looked at a blanket once and it was going to cost me nearly £400. So let's have a look. But I just love the colour of this. And something that I've realised, if you want to wear things to go out and about, I don't know whether it's something about age as well, but the more natural the fibres, the easier it is for your body to breathe and regulate its heat and stuff like that. So I think I would like to treat myself, but I'm not even sure what. Oh, Korean sock yarn. Oh, they still make Korean, don't they? So I'd be able to do that. Although I'll have a look and see what I've got out there, because I have just got so much. And I think the fact it's so many different colours, to me, I know that we've got Joseph and his amazing coat. And what was the other one? Oh, that female American singer. She did something about a coat of many colours as well, didn't she? the country singer. What's she called now? Sorry, I can't find what you... Dolly Parton. Thank you so much, Jo. Yeah, she did one. And I do think that that's like the multicoloured but earth type coat. So this is what you want to wear when you're walking through the countryside, when you're walking through a forest. I just think it's absolutely stunning. But it will cost an absolute fortune. So let's have a look. I'll have a look at that another time. I'm not going to scare myself with the price. And I may have things out there that are natural wools that I can use. And because there's such combination, I can probably use other things with it as well. So get a bit of Noro. Although I don't like Noro. You know I like Noro. And it's something that I've only discovered in the last few years. And then this is something else as well. What do you think about that? I think that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. A nice little poncho. And what's this done in? This is Bonbon. I don't think they do Bonbon anymore, but I'll have a look and see what type of wool that was. So these were a couple of bits of inspiration, and I know I've put them in the Facebook group today. Is there anything else? And the other thing as well in here, in this Noro book, maybe it was one of their first ones, but it's got, look at all these lovely pictures of their sheep in Japan that they're using. So you can see there the water, the sheepies. It's absolutely lovely. So I am going to read through this at some point, and it has got it in Japanese and thankfully in English, because I want to go to Japan, but I can't speak Japanese yet. But yeah, it's really, really lovely. Oh, they've got a little map in here, and it's a world map with oh my word, they've got different. I'll have a look at that for another show, but it says a world map, and I think it's a world map like alpaca, Peru, cotton, California, Kashmir, China, Mongolia, Afghanistan, and Kyrgyz. I don't know where that is, and camel, Angora, China. Oh, I'll have a look at this. There's all sorts in here. And here is Mr. Noro himself, the person who created Noro. So there you go. Really lovely book. So it's not just got a few beautiful patterns in. It's got a lot about Noro. So I will read that. And I inherited this off my late auntie. So I am going to make things there. But interesting what we find. So I found this, which was great. It's another project I want to do. And for anybody who doesn't know, just look on our website, gogglefrogs.co.uk, or Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter, is it? But look on Gogglefrogs, because we've got some Juniper Farm patterns for free. And I think this may be one of them. But I think that's beautiful as well, don't you? So that's what it looks like from the front. It's a lovely shawl with that beautiful design. Do you know what? We all have so many patterns, and we just never have enough time in the world, do we? So anyway, let me have a look and catch up on chat. Sorry, we got to Brigitte's doing more socks. Well done. Grace says she likes the chocolate. I have dice in her project bag as I do TTRPG, Dungeons and Dragons and the like. I have no idea what TTRPG is, but it's really interesting to know what people have in their bags, isn't it? So do you do that at the same time as you're knitting, or do you take your knitting when you're doing Dungeons and Dragons? Amber says she's a member of the guild. Thank you. Keep some emergency money in my knitting bag. Do you know what? I'll have to do that as well, just in case. You never know when you need to buy some yarn or tea when you're out with fellow knitters. I love that. Absolutely love that, Amber. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of money that I'm going to stick in. And I did actually pop some money in the little pencil case, but I took it out. So I'm going to put some back in there just for that reason. Thank you very much. Jo, thank you for letting me know Dolly Parton. She had a beautiful coat, didn't she? Brigitte's put a picture on Facebook. Thank you so much. So we'll go through Facebook in a little while. And Grace says it's tabletop role play game. I take the knitting with me when I play Dungeons and Dragons. So I've learned something new, and possibly some other people have as well. Some other Gogglefrogs. TTRPG. Wow. So tabletop role play game. I never knew that. Thank you so much. We learn something every day with Gogglefrogs, don't we? So I'll just have another sip of my tea. Oh, that is so good. It's going a bit cool. You know, Robert likes his tea really, really hot. I can have mine tepid. So that's lovely. And I think I've shown you this as well. You know, when you pick things up, and I have no idea where I buy pattern books from, but this is a lovely one. Look, you can tell why, but I'm an avid baker, gluten-free baker, can I add, because I can't have gluten anymore. But can you see? Doesn't that look lovely? And all these cupcakes as well. So these are little patterns that you can do. And oh, look, I've just realised that they've got the that on as well. So it's this one. It's the Big Book of Little Knits, Knit Vintage. It's a hayfield. So I've got some. Let me have a look and see. Sorry, I won't show the pattern ones, but you can see there. Looks nice, doesn't it? So you can do a jam tart, Victoria sponge, all of these things. Can you imagine like knitting these so that people can play with them? I think they're amazing. Or even just having a beautiful cake stand and popping these on, and as people walk past, it's just such a talking point, isn't it? So I love that, and that's why I bought them. Do you knit them or do you crochet them? I think you crochet them, so I'll have to get back. Oh, look at that. Look how good they look on a little cake stand. That one there. Sorry, it's really hard when you're showing things back to front. So I love that. Absolutely lovely. And that's like got a nice whip on top and a strawberry on top. So yeah, really, really cute. And then we've got the like, that's lovely as well, isn't it? Really like this one. So I haven't, and every time you actually look through something, it's as if you've just gone out and bought something new. And here's lots of different cushions. I think sometimes we forget how beautiful cushions are when they're made. So that's a Knit Vintage one. So, you know, you can often pick these things up for 50p when there's a sale on. If you go into a shop or look out on eBay. I said a few £6.70 when I bought it. I don't know where I bought it from, but worth every penny. Never knitted anything out of it, but it's just nice to have. And then I found this one as well. If you know anything about me and Bergère, I don't get along very well with the patterns. I know other people do. And I knitted a bag that I don't like, and I can't throw it in the bin because it's a whole pack full of, I had to knit double with some beautiful black wool, but I've sort of lost the desire. So I've had a look at that, and I thought, I bought that ages ago. It is lovely. It's a lovely poncho. I love ponchos. So here's one, and I'm going to see if I can reuse that wool. It really is the most disgusting bag in the world. I made this bag. I had to buy a kit. I did the bag, put it together, and I just thought it was black. It's in there. It's stuffed in the corner. But it had like candy pink on the other side, and it just looks really cheap. So you've got black wool, then you've got this plastic that looks like leather-ish, that's pink on the back. Really not attractive at all. I'm sure that loads of people have made that bag project, and it's looked a lot better than mine. So let me have a look and see what else is on here. Oh, something's gone on the floor. Anything else that I want to show? Oh, this is a really simple one, but I did think that was lovely. Really nice one. Sort of the design for, I remember wearing a lot of this in the 90s, jackets that with that style to look a little bit like a knitting jacket. I'm just wondering, you might not be, I'd never noticed that, but it's actually got that pattern on the back. And I did one similar to that, And I actually used Caron Simply Soft, which is incredible for stitch definition. So as I've seen this, I've got so much Caron Simply Soft just calling out for the right pattern. And you know what? I think I might do that out of it. Can I use DK? This is the thing, isn't it? You have to see what sort of, well, it says DK with merino. I'm going to use that DK with my Caron Simply Soft. And I only need 8 balls of that, so that's good. And I'm sure I've got a lot more. So that's going to be another potential project for me. And you know, I don't have enough time in the day, do I? I just don't. So anyway, sorry, let me catch up on chat. I keep doing this, don't I? I keep forgetting about chat. So thank you, Grace, for letting us know what tabletop role play game is. Tracy, hello, Tracy. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Now, Brigitte, I'd never even thought of this. Brigitte's just said calorie-free cakes. So let's get these calorie-free cakes out just in case Tracy missed them. Because yes, and they just look amazing on that. Yeah. So crochet, you name it. We've got to get some of these done. I'm going to have a look and see what's in my stash and try and make a few. I think this could be a crochet project that I could handle. Because I like crochet, but I don't crochet. So we'll have a look at that. Yeah, I love that. Calorie-free cakes. Jackie says that she once knitted a cake to send with a tea bag to somebody she couldn't make it up with for an actual cuppa. Oh, that is so lovely, Jackie. Love that idea. Isn't that cute? Because we all know that there's going to be times when, you know, we're probably going to be told you can't socialise properly, etc. That's going to be lovely. A couple of tea bags and one of those to friends. How much will that cheer them up? That's brilliant and absolutely amazing for people who are diabetics. So they can still have a cake and still have a cup of tea. And it's one of those gifts that you can give and it brings a smile. So absolutely brilliant. Laura says, yes, what a lovely idea. Brigitte says, to be honest, the grey little number could do without the giant flower on the back. Oh, I like the flower on the back. Ain't that weird how we're so different? But yeah, I tell you something, if you do it without the flower on the back, it's going to be much quicker. Because you know when you're doing those patterns, when you have to do a reverse stocking stitch, you always realise that you counted wrong. So never mind. And oh, and Tracy said that she's done a cupcake before. That's brilliant. I love cupcake, like those little patterns. So let me have a look and see what else I've got. I looked at this cat here for some time. Oh, what I have found is this is the one that I did before that I'm going to redo. Yeah, I'm going to redo it with my own stuff. I think I might do that in Frog's Goggle, actually, the black and the yellow. I think that could be quite nice. I did buy this for some reason. What did I buy this for? I think there was one thing in it that I wanted. It was a Katia pattern. And I know some people say that they really struggle with Katia patterns because they're like they used to be in the books in the old days. You know, to knit a cardigan, the pattern's that long in a little magazine. So they don't give you full instructions. Now I know why I bought this. I love that. So simple. And we all buy this wool, don't we? Or we all have at some point. This fluffy wool that we think, oh, we'll make a teddy out of it, or we'll make something out of it. And we never do. But I think that's just great to edge like an item of clothing. And I think it works so well. And if you didn't have that much of the furry stuff, you could just put it around the bottom or around the neck. I think it's really nice. And then that's the other one that I loved as well. And I have seen something really, really similar to that in Stylecraft. And again, you can do all of these things in stash because you don't have to go out and buy everything in coordinating colours. You can make them very colourful, or we all have a particular colour that we like. So if I went out there, I would found loads of shades of browns and beiges, etc. So I always have enough. But we always go out and buy more, don't we? So those were two that I loved. Oh, this was the other thing that I thought was great as well. That's a nice crochet one, isn't it? And these to go on the top of buffets. I remember, when I was little, you used to buy a plainish buffet and you always put something on top of it, either your own cushions, these, and that's a really nice little mat as well. Is that crocheted? No, I think it's knitted. You never know. I might do a couple of things out of here. But there are a few householdy things in here. So that's Katia number 10. And you can probably, at one point, I think there was a lot of Katia in the UK. Every shop had Katia. It was great. And now hardly anyone stocks Katia. So I think we have to go online for that, don't we? And then this is enough. And I know I've spoken about this lady before. So Belinda Harris Reid, she does have the expensive knitting hotel down in Dawlish, is it? And she is a designer. She's got some beautiful designs. And this is one of hers, Jazz. I'm not going to show you any of the pattern, but it's a beautiful design. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. And I've got a few of her patterns as well. So that's really nice. So I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration. I haven't done a stitch, but one thing I will say is we're going out today. So we're going to pop to Radlett today and go and have lunch. So we always have the same lunch over there. So it'll be poached salmon and salad, which is absolutely amazing. So that's what we're going to eat today. And I'm sorry for people who are, like, I know if you're vegetarian, you won't like to hear that. So sorry. But there is salad there. They have the most amazing salad that they do there, and I wouldn't normally choose this. It's a broccoli salad, and there's broccoli and cranberries, and there's a bit of mustard in it. It's really, really nice. It's quite vinegary, and I love vinegar. So yeah, I'm going to be really excited going out there shortly. Laura says, "Oh, you found plenty of Katia in the yarn shop in Cromer." Oh wow. Because in where we are in the Buzz, I know when we had the local yarn shop, they started doing Katia, and it was great to see all these different designs. But then they sort of, we had lockdown, didn't we? Shut down practically, where you couldn't browse in a yarn shop, and then they closed, and it's a new one that's open. So we don't actually have Katia here. So right. Next time, well, there probably won't be another time to go to Sheringham, but there will be Katia in a yarn shop in the UK or online. It's just really nice to see, isn't it? But Katia is one of those designs that it was mainly European a few years ago, but now it has come to, then it came to the UK, which is brilliant. Right. Let me check what's happening in Gogglefrogs. I'm just going to get ready and we'll have a look and see what's posted. So I know Brigitte's posted something. I posted a couple as well, which is great. So we'll just have a quick look. Right, okay, let's get ready to go over. And just to remind you that when I'm actually on Facebook, I can't actually see the chat. So yeah, but I'm glad you found plenty of Katia in Cromer. Right, actually, now I realise, yeah, Cromer, there's that yarn shop that I didn't actually discover. And in that yarn shop, it is there is so much packed into it. There is just so much, and I forgot to go there. So anyway, here we are. Hopefully you can see my screen. So here are some of the pictures. Yeah, that's the little poncho that I did. Yeah, it's just a really simple design. I can't actually see what stitch it is from here. Is it like a seed stitch? I'm not too sure, but the colours are lovely and really earthy tones as well. Oh my word, Tracy, look what Tracy's posted. Here's Tracy's cupcake. Love it. Did you use truffle for the top of that, or which one did you use? It's just always nice to know which works really well. Oh, look at this. We've got a bumblebee. We've got, is that a mouse? And we've got a cupcake. Tracy, loving this. As ever, she gets straight onto it. And look at that. That is a Christmas pud. All knitted. Some of them may have been crocheted. Sorry, it may be an amigurumi thing, but lovely. Love seeing your designs. Thank you so much. And Tracy says that she started loads of projects with this yarn, but nothing looked right. Now happy and have taught myself 2 new crochet stitches and also read the pattern and followed it, which is a first. Wow. So you don't follow patterns either. Right, let's increase this. This is lovely. Is that a cake, a yarn cake that you're using? Because that blends beautifully. Yeah, I think you can see the shades changing. That's beautiful. I don't know what new stitches you've learned, but I think all of those stitches would be pretty new to me. So that's lovely. Well done, Tracy, and well done for teaching yourself something new. And I will go in and comment. Oh my word, Judy, hand spun, hand knitted jacket with a handcrafted fastener from an Etsy maker. That is beautiful. Wow, just look at that delicate yarn. That's gorgeous, and that is beautiful. And it's really interesting, isn't it? The not taking anything away from that. We'll go back to it in a minute, but the cardigan, the top down cardigan that I'm doing doesn't have any buttons, and you do use a pin like that. And it was interesting when we were away at Sheringham, there were 30 odd of us. Somebody said, I'd never thought of using that, because you always think you need buttons or you need toggles, etc. And sometimes it is nice just to have either an edge-to-edge jacket, or if it's crossover, so you can put a pin in. But that pin really sets that off. That is beautiful. Well done, Judy. So, wow. Did you spin that yourself? That's incredible. Absolutely amazing. Well done, Judy. This is Robert just saying, sorry, but there's no music today. Completely forget. You don't need music, because actually if you give me music when I'm on my own, I suddenly remember at 22:10. So don't worry about that. Oh, Brigitte says, wow, she got this yarn in Germany some years ago. 75% wool, 25% polyamide, about 250 meters. Oh, that's got a beautiful, it's not a stripe, is it? Well, that's beautiful. I love that, how it's actually shading there. Lovely. And it's called Viva. Oh, wow. Sock and, is that sock? Well, anyway, Sockle. That's beautiful. Love that yarn. Thank you so much, Brigitte. So these are the ankle socks that you've been asked for. They'll be great. Brigitte can rattle up some socks in no time at all. She's got her own pattern. They're brilliant. And I just put on here new potential projects. Oh, there is one that I didn't show you earlier. So that is that beautiful, beautiful earthy coat. That's the other one that I showed you. I don't know why it's come up twice. And this was a jumper that I thought was really quite interesting, because it's knitted from arm to arm or sleeve to sleeve. But as you can see, there's a rib in the middle, and then you've got that like different stitches. And it's really quite interesting how that, just by doing it that way, it looks as if you've got something around here, then you've got the bust line, and then it pulls everything in for the waist because it's done in a rib. So really quite interesting how they've used that pattern. And I thought that was, yeah, really different. Don't think it would look right on me, but never mind. And I know that in one of the shows, these are the, so Val got these beautiful, got a new machine, and she made us these cushions, me and my mum, these cushions, which is amazing. And I can't believe how much detail's gone on here. So I put them on so that you could see them. But yeah, it's a machine, quite expensive, and you press a button, and you just, so you there is a pattern that goes into the computer, and it does all of that. And what she does is she changes the yarns. What's lovely is that she can then get a photo and have that converted into a little program that you put into the machine, and then you can do things for like pictures of people, photographs of people. You can get that done into embroidery and put that on a jacket or put it on a cushion. So absolutely amazing. And I just thought you might want to see them a little bit closer up. Robert has asked for some music suggestions, please, for future shows. So I will put... wow, we're getting some... Oh, thankfully, it's not just me who has a different taste in music. So I've never even heard of these, Grace. Pentatonics, The Fray, Lucas Graham, Pink. I've heard of Pink. 21 Pounds, not heard of any of those. Not heard of Barry Maguire. I've heard of Bob Dylan. Never heard of Joan Baez. This is brilliant. So we're going to get some really interesting tunes coming out. Yeah, that'll be brilliant. Thank you. Katie. Wow, this is her latest creation that she's made. That is beautiful, isn't it? Just look at the detail on that. Wow. Was this one that she wore at the I think she did wear it the other day. It was just, the detail is just incredible. Katie, well done. That's amazing. Georgie, oh my word, look at these penguins. Is that a cushion and a blanket? That is gorgeous. Certainly cold enough for today in Bar Harbour. Maine, beautiful. And this is free until Friday, January the 21st. And you just need to use the code. You've got it, Penguin. Penguin Parade Pillow and Throw by Sandy Rosa and Universal Yarn. So it's one of those creations that will be beautiful. So I think I'm going to get that. Yeah, I think I am. Do you know what? I'll definitely get that because I've got another one that I picked up earlier. And I know I've shown you this before. It's not the same, if you can see that there. I quite like, I think that is more universal with penguins on, and I love penguins. So I think I'm going to do that one instead of that. This is another free pattern from Marion. So this is from Diana Knits. Oh, it was free for 24 hours. If you want it, get it quick. Oh no, did that expire yesterday? KTOG. Right, let's have, that is lovely. Really love around the neckline there. That's lovely. Here, Amber, free hat pattern. The link for this pattern indicating that it was free, briefly posted in my Google newsfeed. Discovered that once you read the article presented by Google, you go back or try, they've deleted it. So get it the first way. And that's a chunky hat on straight needles. Yes. You know, I love straight needles. Do you know what? I know I'm doing a top down cardigan, so I am using my Chow Goose, but I just love, there is something magical about using the extra long 40 centimeter straight needles, and that's how I learned to knit. So when I use the circulars, it's okay, but I really feel at home on the straight needles, so I'll be having a look at that. Oh, Dawn. Oh my word, Dawn. What is this? Who has done this? Embroiders Guild of Victoria Crochets. Very adaptable, can be fun and whimsical. Pattern from Zaya Designs, Amiguramis, and it's a free pattern. Many people have adapted it. Isn't that amazing? Can you imagine giving that to somebody? You could change the colour hair, couldn't you? Whether somebody wears glasses or not. But that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. I love that. Thank you so much. And then there was a thing for and this was the Camphor design that this was for our weekend away, and it was a design created by Becky and was it Becky? It was, wasn't it? Dawn and Becky did. I think that Becky created, but I'm sure both of them did. And there's the socks. So let me go back. I think that's it. Let me know if there's anything that I have missed. Oh, sorry, I missed Robert joining us. So hello, Robert. So thank you, Tracy, for posting that cupcake that you did. Robert says, morning, everyone. Thought I'd join while I was having breakfast. I've been in and out a few times, but no sound. Sorry about that. Brigitte, Tracy, she loves the fluffy topped cupcake. So do I. I think it's amazing. Joe says, Tracy, we must have the same book. I've knitted the bees and the Christmas pudding. Yay! Isn't that fab? Lara says, morning, Robert. Hope the new job is going well. Yes, he's been there since Thursday, which is brilliant. Jackie's saying, hi, Robert. Nice to see you. Linda saying, morning, Robert. Finally made it, but not without struggle. Brigitte says, well done, Judy. The cardigan looks amazing. It does. Judy says, thanks, Brigitte. It's bluer and smoother than it looks in the photo. Glad you and Rod got to Sheringham. And Brigitte says, hello, Robert. Do you know what? We've got 9 minutes left and I still haven't done a stitch. Has everybody been knitting frantically or crocheting frantically? So as I'm only on purl bit here, I'm going to do a little bit of knitting while we talk. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of inspiration. There's been a few patterns. I love some of the patterns, the free patterns that have been shared. So thank you so much, peeps. I love seeing them. And yeah, the fact that there's all these cupcakes, calorie-free cupcakes sitting around in people's homes that have been knitted or crocheted. And can I just say, I don't know how I've done it. I've cut the end of my thumb. Not what you need when you're purling, is it? Never mind. Because normally I just use my thumb. So I'm having to leave my thumb out of the way at the minute, which is harder, I think. Yeah, because when I'm on the long needles, I don't think I use my thumb. But when I'm on circulars, I do. It's really weird. So never mind. I'm doing a few. Do you know what? I'm doing a few stitches now, which is brilliant. Closer to having a cardigan that I can wear. So I hope you're all going to have a lovely weekend. As I said, we're going out in a little while. We're going to go to Radlett, which is great. Let me know if anybody wants anything from there. I can always drop it on the way back. That's if you're local. Sorry, I can't get all the way to New York. But I'm going to go and get some, just have a nice walk around, go get some nice fruit, because I've got a lovely fruitiers, greengrocers over there. So go and get something. My husband said he didn't want me to get any bread, so that's fine. He's trying to cut down on carbs. But I can't come away from that place without getting lots and lots and lots of smoked salmon and cream cheese. So I will be getting smoked salmon and cream cheese today and bringing it home. Oh. So Brigitte says, have a good weekend, everyone. I get out of housework due to the sack request. Yay. Thank you for your time, Angela. Thank you for your time as well, Brigitte. And Judy says, thanks for the patchwork jacket idea, Angela. Do you know what? When I've looked at it, I just want to... You start with like 5 different balls of wool. And what you do is you start doing long panels. But then you do long panels that way. So it's in the pattern. And it's really interesting that it's all done in long panels, and then it is like it's like wicker, like a wicker basket work, and that's what creates just beautiful colors. And I thought if you have things that are quite tonal, you can use whatever colors you want. You could make that beach, you could make that meadows, you could make that fern and heather, tree colors. You could even do sky at night colors, couldn't you? But I think the fact it's all different earthy tones, you can go crazy with color and just use everything that you have. So I just think sometimes when you look at something, you think, oh wow, that's just earth tones. But yeah, it looks quite straightforward, and I do think that with Noro stuff, it's not structured. You know how some we make sure it goes right in at the waist and then comes back out. I think they're a little bit more relaxed and free flowing. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. Something different to do. Yeah. And well, I need to finish this one first, but with this one, I can't always do the patterns when I'm chatting because it just takes a little bit of time. So it's easy to knit and purl, isn't it? So I just need a simpler project. So I might need to have my chocolate at some point. This one, I didn't realise, it does have a very, very different taste, but it's made out of coconut and vanilla. And it's so there's a high level of coconut taste to it rather than normal chocolate taste, but it's lovely. Really, really nice. So we had one the other day, which is nice. Yeah, so we actually bought quite a few bars of chocolate in Sheringham the other day. And they've been great for when I've been knitting and crocheting. And my mum loves dark, like, you know, the 74% chocolate, dark chocolate ones. She loves the dark chocolate, so she's been enjoying that. So Jo says she's really enjoyed her first time. Please, please, please come back. The next show is 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. If you're not already a member of the Gogglefrogs Facebook group, Craft and Natter, just join there and then you'll be able to get to know everyone in the Facebook group. But we're next live 8 p.m. Wednesday night and Saturday as well. And I may do a little live Monday or Tuesday because I'm around for 4 days, so that may happen. Amber says, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay safe and warm. Thank you for a wonderful start to the weekend. See you on Saturday. See you again soon. And Brigitte says, Jo, hope to see you again soon. We all hope that you and now feel comfortable as a Gogglefrogger and will join us again. It's been lovely of you to join us. And Linda says her favourite is the little grey number. With or without the flower. So yeah, I can't remember which one that was. Yeah, it is here. So, but don't you think that's lovely when we have patterns? We have so much stored on the internet, but when you actually pick up something, it's like that's really quite lovely. And you could do that. So that would be a pattern that you could do in 20 different colours. Every single one would look unique and different. So yeah, thank you very much for that. It's been lovely spending an hour with you. As usual, I've drunk hardly any of my tea, none of my Vimto. So after this, I'm going to drink loads. The throat will be going soon as well. Jackie says, happy weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Yes, stay very safe, everyone. Knit lots, craft lots, watch whatever you want, listen to whatever you want. And just take care. And yeah, one day I will finish this, honestly. But when did I start it? I think I started it before Sheringham. And I can't go too fast because I just enjoy every single throw of the yarn because it does feel very different to normal because it is so light and it does feel like, I keep saying it feels like marshmallow. It's a really weird feeling. Lovely. But yeah, it will get finished one day and then I'll be able to wear it and select a beautiful little pin for the front. But it's a little waterfall cardigan at the front and then plain on the back and the sleeves. But it's lovely. Lara says she managed to knit 2 rows. Have a great time, everyone. Well done you for managing to knit a couple of rows. I think I'm just about there at the pattern. I'm on the reverse side, the purl side anyway. So after we've finished, I'm just going to go to the end of this row and then get ready to get in the car and go off and have a lovely time. So yeah, well done you. And it is that time again. So thank you so much for the last hour. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing a few patterns and pictures and having a chat with everyone. I've certainly loved spending the hour with you. So you be careful, safe, look after yourself, and I will see you on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. or next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Those are GMT. All right, you take care. Bye.